Alright, what's up everybody? We're going to do a quick Act 4 run for some testing purposes here. I want to see what the monster density is like in Act 4. I also want to see if we can get any legendaries. And I know that there's a cursed chest event for the Silver Spire level 2. I actually found that last night. So we're going to go and check and see if there are any more cursed chests maybe throughout Act 4. And we're going to see if pre-Reaper of Souls, before we have access to the adventure mode, if it's worth it to do Act 4 for Paragon experience, legendaries, and we're going to see how much time it takes us to do that for an average master level Act 4 run. So without further ado, let's check and see, and at the end we'll evaluate it and see how much it was worth it. So I think, where should we start? I guess the best place to start would just be the diamond gates right here, right in the beginning of Act 4. Never mind, there's no portal. So the best place would we'll start at the Vestibule of Light and then just head forward with the Gardens of Hope. Alright.
These are the Gardens of Hope.
So I just did a Keeps run before this, which you can find on YouTube. You'll see my Keeps run video. And I think it actually was pretty good. We did the Keeps level 1, 2, and 3. I had a good amount of elite packs. So that's also what we'll be testing in Act 4 now, to see how many elite packs we can get. So here's our first one right here. But I had a good amount of elite packs in the Keeps. I actually found one legendary, so that was pretty good. I didn't find any cursed chests, and I'm not sure if cursed chests do spawn in the Keep depths or not. But I think that on average it was pretty good. So pre-adventure mode without having Reaper of Souls, I think a pretty good run is going through the Keep depths level 1, 2, and 3. So now, since Act 4 is pretty short, we're actually going to just run through pretty much all of Act 4 here and see how good it is for an item and experience run. Hopefully we get a good amount of elite packs. I know there are plenty of demons here in Act 4, so it might be worth it to maybe pop on a Tyrael's Might or something that gives you bonus damage to demons. I know there's a shrine staff. So if you're playing as a monk, there's a staff you can use that every time you kill a demon, I think it gives you like a small percentage, maybe 2 or 3% chance to spawn a random shrine effect. So if you are doing Act 4 as a monk, maybe it's worth it to get that staff, because pretty much every enemy you encounter in Act 4 is going to be a demon. So that might be good to do. Alright, so that's our second elite pack already. So that's actually not too bad. Alright, make our way through the Gardens of Hope second tier now.
Need more time.
Alright, as I said in my last video, if you do have Reaper of Souls, you are playing in the closed beta now for Reaper of Souls, and you have access to adventure mode, bounties, Nephilim rifts, all of that, then by all means do not do this run. You're just wasting your time if you're playing in campaign mode and running through like this. I think the best thing that you could possibly do for Reaper of Souls are the bounties, completing every bounty in an act. It gives you blood shards, it gives you a Herodric cache with items in it after you complete all 5 bounties in an act. And then you also get a Rift Stone in that Herodric cache that you get, so you can do a Nephilim Rift, and after you complete a Nephilim Rift, you'll get a greater Herodric cache with the potential for better items, legendaries, things like that. So by all means do bounties and Nephilim Rifts if you have Reaper of Souls. Ah, come on, teleport. You always fail me. Teleport always fails me. Alright. Oh, there's a goblin. Where is he? Where did that goblin go? It just said I encountered a treasure. Oh, there he is. I knew it. I knew there was a goblin here. Okay. Yeah, you're not getting away from me. There we go. Alright, so we got a goblin, a few elite packs so far. We've only been at this for a couple of minutes now. So it's not too bad, I don't think, as of yet. Act 4 never really was a place that people would come to farm, since we had so many other areas that were a lot better. But now, since we really don't have to ditch on Nephilim stacks because they don't exist anymore, it might be worth it to, to check out these lesser farmed areas and see what might be viable, what might not be viable, Plus, I know they did a lot of monster density adjusting on the PTR. A lot of the old areas that had great density, such as the Weeping Hollow and Vault of the Assassin, especially with elites for Vault of the Assassin, and also Fields of Misery, the Decaying Crypt, which spawns in the Fields of Misery. That was actually the best known one. Those are not as good as they were before. They don't have as much monsters. The density is a lot lower now. So we have to try to find other areas, if we're not doing bounties or Nephilim rifts, that might be worth it for farming. See, we haven't encountered an elite pack in a few minutes here, quite a little bit of time, so hopefully one's coming up soon.
Still waiting.
Alright. There's a little area down in the... You know what? That's actually quite a lot. Maybe I'll go back down and check that out. Nah, you know what? Let's just keep moving on. Let's just keep going. I still have the Silver Spire level 1, level 2, so we'll see. Something that Act 4 has that the other acts don't have are these little mini-bosses that are guaranteed spawns every time. So for instance, right here, you see Leah. If you talk to these people here, you also see Zoltan Kuhl and Deckard Cain. They spawn these little mini elite monsters. So that is an advantage actually that Act 4, if you're doing a quick Act 4 run, that's an advantage that Act 4 has over the other acts. Other acts, most of the time, the monsters, the unique monsters are randomized. Whoa! What just took me down like that? These are always here. These are set monsters that are always going to be here. So as far as loot and the potential for legendaries, I think it's higher on elite monsters. And as you can see here, we just fought one. Here's Mira. We fight another one here. I think it's this makes it worth it maybe if you're going to do a quick Act 4 run to hit these guys. Now of course I say this now, and every other time I fought them I would get a rare from them. Now I'm just getting blue items, so it's up to you if you want to take the time out. You could just bypass them, you don't have to talk to them. You can just go completely by them without even activating the spawn, but I thought it was worth it because I got rares from them before, so. Alright, here's the Key Warden. Let's see what we get from him. Now, prior to patch 2.0.1, he had the ability to drop the plans, obviously, the plans for the Infernal Machine, plus a random key from Act 1, 2, or 3. That was just a chance, though. That wasn't guaranteed. So, fought him once before, and he didn't drop anything for me. So let's see if he drops anything now. He may drop... Oh, as a matter of fact, no, that's a lie. He actually did drop... I think he dropped the Act 2 key for me. Now that I'm remembering. He did drop Act 2, and now he didn't drop anything. Okay. So there's a chance that he could drop a random key from Act 1, 2, or 3, or nothing, as you just saw there. And I think he also drops the Infernal Machine plans, as far as I'm aware. They didn't change that, so... Alright, here's another elite pack. Very nice. What do we have? Teleporter, shielding, molten. And what does he have? Oh, and vortex. Okay. I cast a slow time bubble and he vortexes me right out of it. Alright, he's almost dead here. These angels, corrupted angels, are annoying. They teleport everywhere. They drop meteors down. There we go, finally, okay. Okay, way to go, Enchantress. GG Enchantress over here, everybody. Look at this. She's like a CM Enchantress, freezing everything for me. Way to go, Enchantress. Alright. And that's because she has the Azure Wrath on that I found a little bit ago, a couple days ago. And then also the Star of Azkaroth, which has a freeze chance on it. Now that's the legacy version of it. By legacy I mean pre-patch 2.0.1, because I think in the new patch with Loot 2.0 it no longer has that high chance to freeze that it once did. So quick tip to you guys, if you want to gear up your follower that way and have them be like almost a perma-freeze follower, you can do it with the Scoundrel or you can do it with the Enchantress. I guess you could do it with the Templar too, because the Templar can also use the Azure Wrath, but with the Scoundrel you need to use the Bariza Do Kiana, which is a crossbow with a high pierce chance and a high chance to freeze. And then if you use the Enchantress, as I am now, you can give her the Azure Wrath, which is the sword with the high chance to freeze, and the new one from Loot 2.0 also has that high freeze chance on it, and that's the one that she has on now. I found one the other day, as I said. So you can use the Azure Wrath on the Enchantress, and then also on both the Enchantress and Scoundrel you'll want to use the Star of Azkaroth, which is right here, and as you see mine has a 3% chance to freeze on hit. So that, coupled with the Azure Wrath or the Bariza for the Scoundrel, raises your follower's freeze chance pretty significantly. And as you can see here, they do actually freeze quite often. And prior to patch 2.0.1, the only real utility the followers had were to crowd control if they were able to. So if you geared them right for crowd control, that's really the only thing that they were able to do, because their DPS was always so low that they really didn't make that much of an impact on fighting monsters. But now, however, with the gear from Loot 2.0, our followers' DPS actually can get quite high. So maybe you can also gear your follower for damage as well, and DPS. But right now, I'm going for the crowd control, which still works quite well, as you can see, again, as I'm speaking here. In patch 2.0.1, you can still crowd control pretty well with a follower, a scoundrel, or an enchantress. So, wow, I am taking some serious damage here. I just proc unstable anomaly. That's because of this new poison enchanted affix. Really is, and I'm not complaining. I don't want it to be nerfed. I definitely do not want it to be nerfed. I think it's great, but it's a really dangerous affix that we're really not used to. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back to town in just a second here too. Uh-oh, I'm getting some lag. There we go. I need to head back to town so that I can salvage some stuff here. Okay. I'll do that, and then as soon as I get back, I'll continue with the rest of the act here. So yeah, I think using Azure Wrath or using the Bariza for your Scoundrel or your Enchantress, respectively, is still a decent way to go here. And the good thing is, with Loot 2.0, you can actually find a level 60, or if you're level 70, a level 70 Bariza, which is a lot better than what we used to be able to have. My Scoundrel has the Legacy version of Bariza, which is level 40 something, I think. So his DPS isn't great at all. The only reason he's using that is for the freeze ability. But now you can actually get a high DPS Bariza, and your Scoundrel can not only have the freeze capability for crowd control, but also pretty decent DPS as well to do some good damage. So that's good. That's a good thing. Whoa! Griswold Scribblings came out of an angelic repository. What the heck was that? I just got a Griswold Scribblings crafting reagent out of an angelic repository. Whoa, whoa, I'm lagging like crazy now too. I'm rubber banding. Yeah. I am lagging like crazy. Okay. Hopefully it's okay now. It's still a little bit of lag. Alright, hopefully that didn't mess up on the recording. But, oh my god. That was crazy. I just got a Griswold's Scribblings from an angelic repository. I did not expect that at all. Okay, we're still lagging. I'm trying to teleport here and it's not doing anything. Yeah, look at my latency is terrible. 889. Diablo, don't you know I'm trying to make a video here? I'm trying to make a video for YouTube and testing purposes. Alright. Hopefully I don't have to fight Izual and lag. It's bad enough with all his frozen orbs and stuff. Okay. Seems to be better now. Or not. Yeah, we're getting some massive lag here. I don't know why though. I really don't get it. I don't understand. Well, I guess because it's PTR. Oh my god. A level 60 Butcher's Carver with only 331.8 DPS. Oh, that's funny. Alright, it actually seems okay now. I think the lag is gone. We're back to green latency here and everything. So, it seems like it's okay. Alright. Yeah, it's still Yeah, we're back to yellow now. Ah, PTR. Why must you do this to me? Alright. I want to break everything now and check every object. Okay, here we go. Captain Rumford. Here's another one of these that I was talking about. These unique monster spawns. They're always here, so might as well take advantage of them. Alright, as you can see here now, I was talking about them before, and I only got magic items, but he just dropped 2 rare items, so I think it's potential for, you know, if you're coming in here, just spawn those really quick, kill them, you might get 1 or 2 rares, maybe a legendary, so it's not bad. Alright, I don't want to say anything and jinx it here, but it seems like the lag issue is gone now. So we'll see what happens here. And if I'm not careful here, I actually will die because Mallet Lords hit crazy hard. There we go. Yeah, I want to break everything. I want to... I got a Griswold Scribblings from an Angelic Repository. That was... here we go. Here's another Angelic Repository. Oh, nothing there. But I am getting a lot of Elite packs. Check this out. I had an Elite Mallet Lord pack right now. Now I have Elite Corrupted Angels. Ah, too many monsters. Too many monsters. Enchantress is definitely useful with her Sentry, with her freeze. She's doing a great job. Alright, let's see if we get that cursed chest again. I got it in the Silver Spire level 2 last night. It's called the Cursed Chapel, and I don't think I was able to, if I'm remembering correctly, I was not able to complete the bonus on that one. I didn't have enough time. I think you had to kill a certain amount of monsters in a certain amount of time, and I didn't have enough time to do it. So we'll have to see. Archer's Shelter. It's probably a quiver. No, it was bracers. Okay. There's a lot of area I didn't explore up there, and we're coming to the end here, so that's where the end is. Since this is really the last place before Diablo, I guess I will head back there and just check that out in case we missed anything. Alright, here's an Elite pack. pack wants to be annoying. They keep knocking me back. Come on, almost. There we go. Come on, stop moving around so much. This pack is so annoying. And they have shielding too on top of that. They're not staying still long enough for meteors to fall, which is a problem. I target one with a meteor, and they teleport away like that. See? Holy crap. This is annoying. There we go. I think I finally killed one. Alright, there's another one. Oh, no. Now he's dead. Okay. And one more. Phew. Man. That was annoying. Oh, he's still alive. What? He's still alive. I took a look at the chat and I looked back up and he was still alive. Alright, now I think he's dead. Oh my god. Okay. Let's continue. Alright, I just want to head back up here because we're at the end now and I want to get a full gauge of this area. And I also think there is a cursed chest. Well, I know there's a cursed chest here, but we'll see if there's one up there. I think there might be one that spawns, you know, where we haven't explored yet. Unless it's just not going to spawn this time. And if that's the case, that's disappointing.
Still waiting.
Okay. Oh, that's a shame. No cursed chest. Alright, so no cursed chest. Well, that is pretty much Act 4 in a nutshell. There were a few areas we skipped in the Gardens of Hope, but aside from that, there is our Act 4 test. So let me head back to town now, I guess. Just kill these few demons here that happen to spawn. Alright, so that's Act 4. And what do we have to say about it? Well, there's a good amount of elite packs, I have to say. There's the potential for a cursed chest to spawn in the Silver Spire level 2. I don't know if you can spawn one in the Gardens of Hope level tier 1 or tier 2, because I'm not sure. I haven't had the chance to test it enough. I only went to the Gardens of Hope, I think, 2 or 3 times prior to this video, so I'm not sure if one does spawn there or not, and I haven't seen it online, you know, anyone telling me that it did spawn there. So what do we have here? Good amount of elite packs, the possibility of a cursed chest in Silver Spire level 2, and I think the monster density is kind of average. I'm not too impressed with it. I think the keep depths actually had better density than all of Act 4 did. So the density isn't that great. There are all demons here though in Act 4, so like I said in the beginning of the video, if you are a monk and you do have that staff that spawns a random shrine effect every demon you kill, then you can go to town here in Act 4 and really reap the benefits of that. But insofar as everyone, all the other classes and farming experience and legendaries and things like that, I think aside from those elite, unique, spawns where you know that you're going to spawn a monster from one of those people in the Silver Spire levels 1 and 2, you can do that. But I think insofar as farming legendaries and experience, you could probably do better in Acts 1 to 3. I don't really think Act 4 is worth it, even now with the changes and everything. I don't think that Act 4 is worth it to do. So in my opinion, stick to Acts 1, 2, and 3, and see what happens. We'll see what happens in Act 5 with Reaper of Souls. I think Act 5 has a lot of cool events and different things you can do to farm, but then again, with Reaper of Souls, you're going to be doing Nephilim Rifts and Bounties a lot. So, alright, thank you guys for watching so much. I appreciate it. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube, and also follow me for streams at twitch.tv/JuskyRain. And also my Twitter, you can see right here, twitter.com/rboilo, if you want to follow me to see when I'm streaming and other tweets that I make about Diablo or retweet from other sources that I have. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate the views. Take care.